Hey everybody, Ben Nelson here, the Everyday Real Estate Investor, coming at you with another episode. I am really excited about this episode because this is coming from personal experience from a trip I just took, and it just got me really thinking about business and about where to start and some of the things that are worth considering that people really don't necessarily consider when they are starting out or scaling their business or trying to figure out what they want to do in investing. So background of this is, and I do want to say I'm starting out, I know that a lot of these with some more high level philosophical, less strategic things, I guess you could say. And we will get into that. Actually, I was, so background was my family and I just went on a vacation, stayed in a nightly rental for a week down in the Palm Springs area. It was great. So obviously one of the things that I always think about when I'm staying in something like that is that's a great strategy, right? Nightly rentals, lots of people are doing those, the whole Airbnb thing. And lots of people do really well at that. So that's a topic I definitely want to talk about. And we're looking forward to discussing and looking into that strategy and how you can increase your returns doing that. But I wanted to kind of sidestep that first. So I thought that would be a great transition into that, since we just had that experience from a consumer perspective, and just kind of transition into that. But something else came up during the vacation that really got me thinking back again to kind of the setup of your business and thinking through how you want that to look. And the reason that is because, we went away for a week. It was great. As you know, I am a real estate broker and an investor as well, have a lot of things going on. And the vacation was great, but, it wasn't really fully a vacation, if I'm being super honest. I feel very blessed to be busy. I feel very blessed to have a lot going on. But the flip side of that is, depending on how you build your business and where you're at in your business, you have, it's really, really hard to get away. It's hard to get fully away and just say, I'm going to be away with my family for a week and be able to just disconnect and spend that full focus time with your family. It's just part of being a real estate broker. A lot of times it's part of being an entrepreneur. You just have things you have to attend to. So it's not like having a W-2 job where you can, you take your vacation time, you're gone and you don't have to report in. And I know that there's other jobs that are like that, where you can't just fully get away. But being an entrepreneur, being a real estate broker, being an investor, a lot of times that is kind of the deal that you have on the other end, is you got to be available. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because if you start from, and so this is obviously something that I'm doing in my business now and looking at, is how do I continue to build and shift and adapt my business to where I can still be available for my clients, the people that need to get a hold of me, and continue to keep my business going forward and not putting it on hold. But still be away with my family and enjoy some time with them. And there's a lot to that. There's a lot of ways to do that: partnering with other agents, bringing on partners, virtual assistants, people that are back at the office, continuing to work leads and handle transactions and all that stuff. So there's a lot of ways to do that, but that's something that I'm personally assessing in my business, again, because of this past experience this last week. And again, I feel very fortunate that I was able to get away. It was a great time. We did spend a lot of time together as a family, but I did have to work quite a bit as well. So the point is whether you're starting, whether you're scaling, wherever you're at in your business, a lot of people get into real estate and they think about the money and they think about the cash flow and they think about creating wealth and all those things. All those things are great. Those things, there's nothing wrong with those things, but I think we can lose perspective in that side of it and forget that the real goal is financial freedom, right? And freedom in general in our life. And to me, you can have all the money in the world and you can not have to worry about it, but if you're having to attend to things when you're hanging out with your kids, or you're supposed to be on vacation, or you're having dinner with your wife, I mean, you can draw your boundaries, but you can't, you have to do that stuff in advance and build a business where you're still creating the experience for your customer, for your client, for your tenants, for your investors, and you're also able to just get away and pull away from your work when you have to, because you have to have that life balance. You have to be able to pull away from your work, but you also have to attend to your clients and your customers and your investors. So figuring that out and kind of remembering that the goal is freedom, and remembering that it's not just about the money and the cash flow, it's about the freedom behind it is super important when you're figuring out your strategy and how you want your business to look, because there's a lot of ways you can build your business and go about investing that are going to just take a ton of time out of your day and are just a lot harder to pull away from, or you just have to build your business. If you have an active flipping business, right, there's a lot of things you have to do. You have to manage contractors, you have to source product, you have to, there's a lot of day-to-day things. You can certainly build a business around that where you could go away for a week, you have people in charge that you hire, but you have to build with that in mind, and you have to kind of model that from the beginning and know that that's the goal. And you may not get there right away, but that's the goal, is to get there where you can do those things and have other people in charge. And so just modeling how you want your business to be from the beginning is super important. So you need to start with, what does freedom look like for you? Is freedom just having the cash flow to come in so you can do what you want? Or is freedom being able to fully get away? Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you don't want that. I'm a firm believer in trying to disconnect and get away and really be focused on your family and getting to relax and decompress and recharge your batteries. And I think that's super important. Some people need it more than others. It's just people recharge in different ways, and that's okay. But knowing yourself and knowing what you need and what you're after, that's important, so that you can, again, model your business after what freedom means to you. And so is that flexibility? Is it being able to get away? Is it the cash flow? What does that look like? And then from there, you can take what you're after and why you're after it, and you can create your business around that, rather than what a lot of people do. They get excited about flipping, they get excited about wholesaling, they get excited about whatever that strategy is, but they don't really think about how that looks in a day-to-day life, and if that is actually achieving their ultimate goal. Wholesaling is a business, right? You got to go out there and continue to work. You're meeting with sellers, you're meeting with homeowners, you're finding product, you're sourcing it to other investors. That's a very active business. So if your goal is cash flow, and your goal is freedom in that sense, then that's not going to line up with what your true goal is. So I just want to encourage you to kind of take a step back wherever you're at in your business, whether you're starting out, whether you're shifting your business, growing it, scaling it, and just really assess what you want that to look like, so you can model your business in that way. And again, this is something that's super close to my heart right now, just because I really want that ability to get away and hang out with my family. And again, super grateful for the business, super grateful for clients, but want to be able to disconnect and be able to 100% focus on my family. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. What I would like you to do after this episode is, I want you to really sit down, and I want you to answer some of these questions. I want you to assess what you want your life to look like, and what you want to be building in your business. So I want you to sit down and assess what you want. I want you to look at, why do you want to invest? What is the ultimate goal? What does that freedom look like for you? I want you to look at, what do you want your life to look like with your investing? Is it being on a job site? Some people love that, and they love doing the dirty work, and they love getting in and managing a project. Other people don't like that. I mean, there's no right or wrong, but what do you want your day-to-day life to look like? What does the life of freedom mean to you? And how does that mean you live? What are you doing? Who are you doing it with? How are you spending your time? And then I want you to look at, what do you have to work with right now? What do you have to offer that can get you closer to that goal? Do you have money that you can invest? Do you have knowledge? Do you have a skill set that you can bring to the table and maybe partner with someone else? Do you have grit and tenacity? Do you have time that you can go out there and create opportunities? What is it that you have to work with, and what do you need to find? Because there's other people out there that have those things and can contribute to your business, and you guys can work and have synergy working together. So, and again, there's a lot of ways you can approach this business, and it really starts with what do you want to accomplish. You can be super active, you can be wholesaling, you can be flipping, or you can be totally passive and be investing your funds and be investing in real estate and getting the benefits of investing in real estate. But you can be doing that in a passive manner as a limited partner, as a passive investor, financing, as debt. There's lots of ways to go about doing that are a lot more passive if that's what you're looking for as well. So again, I encourage you to sit down, assess what you really are looking for in your business. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want your day-to-day life to look like? So you're not, looking back 3, 5, 10 years from now, and that goal, that thing that you had in mind that you never truly defined, is not really where you wanted to be, and you just spent the last 5 or 10 years building a business that really didn't get you where you wanted to go. So hope that's encouraging for you. We're going to start getting into strategy. We're going to start getting into a lot of that stuff. I'm super excited for that. But let's start with first things first. Let's define where we want to go. Let's define what we want our life to look like. Let's define what freedom looks like so that we can go out and achieve that and have clarity in chasing that end goal. Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it. Everyday Real Estate Investor. Until next time.